Down. Welcome. Okay. What is going on, man?
Not a ting. My computer seems to be lagging on me.
Lagging on you.
But we shall endeavor to persevere.
Endeavor to persevere. We thought about it.
How you doing?
We thought about it for a minute. And then we declared war on the United States. One of the greatest movies ever. The Outlaw Josie Wales. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, me and my brother can have an entire conversation and nothing but movie quotes. All right? It's just all there is to it.
And now the white man is sneaking up.
And now the white man is sneaking up on me again. So, how is everybody out there today? Are you ready for the clown show that is 2022? As we try to hack the Matrix here. Me and my brother Hylunder over there. I'm Papa Joe Gamer. We're brought to you by Joe's Atmosphere on Twitch. What's up?
Craziness.
How was your week?
Craziness. The week has been busy, at work where, it's hot, so everybody's buying water. So, yeah.
It is the silly season.
Man.
Yes, for the water manufacturer.
No doubt.
Listen to me.
How are you doing? You're busy every day, right?
Manufacturer, like you guys create water. All you do is bottle it.
We do. We create a delicious
brand of tasteless water. Yes. We filter out all the chemicals and stuff that would give it taste. Yes. How was my week? I'm busy as shit. The comic book is in full effect. I have the first page plotted out, sketched out. I'm going to do the digital work over the next few nights. Pretty much done sketching it out. Going to be sketching page 2. Big thing with the helicopter shooting up the deck of that Coast Guard cutter, for the big splash page when you turn the page, that kind of thing. Enjoying it. It's a lot of work. That and my other streams I do, it's keeping me busy, man. What's keeping me busy, now I'm understanding, Dan, after doing this for a couple of months, why people have social media managers. Because that's all I'm doing. That's all I do. I mean, I started on today's show at 3 o'clock, and I decided to send out emails. I had no idea how many email people I had. Okay,
yikes. So all these emails that you have, are they pertinent? Are they, are they going to bear fruit, or are you just
I'm
sending them out to
shotgunning
people
it to see who's interested? They're all friends of mine. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I've known them for years.
How many people do you have on your list?
I don't know. I know this much. 88 of them don't exist anymore.
I was going to say, you may want to edit that.
I'm going
to.
What I did was,
I know like 10 people in the whole world.
All the ones that came back to me, I put in one folder so I can go back and edit out my address book. Get them all out of there.
Okay.
So, yeah. So anyway, okay, enough about the production side of our little experiment here. Let's get into some, what do we do first? We do Top of the Heap. That's what we do, folks. We do Top of the Heap. what is happening in the world today. And we always
First and
start off
foremost.
every week, as long as we got this major conflict going on, we're going to be talking about this first thing.
Ukraine.
This is day 127 of the invasion.
Crazy.
The Russian-Ukraine war. What you need to know. NATO says Moscow is most direct threat to security. Putin warns over installing military infrastructure in Finland and Sweden, who, as you know, are the newest members of NATO.
Yes. I believe it was Toiki that said, you know what, that's a good idea. So I think that was the last hurdle on that.
That was the last hurdle on that one. Yes, it was. As a matter of fact, I think I have an article on that up here. I'm not sure. I think that's the last one under top of the heap. But yeah, that's where we're at right now with that. I mean, it just seems like it's escalating just ever so slightly every day. It's like that frog boiling in the pot, man. Let's just hope it doesn't.
Well, it seems like every day he's calling out a different region and a different region, and yeah, that's a volatile situation there. And we talked about last week, talks. What are you going to do to appease a midget that loves to be in power, and he has nobody putting him in check? So fuck it, right? Just attack everybody around me.
Yeah.
Because maybe I am losing my mind, and hell with it. Let's just do this, right? Make the world just an unsafe place. But what do you do with a guy like that? Short of offing his ass and trying to establish some kind of
covert shit going on, right? Yikes.
I mean, that talk is happening.
Well, of course it is.
It's not happening by that dude. That guy right there is.
I haven't put it on the screen yet, Dan. It's you and me on the screen right now.
Okay.
But yeah. I just hope it doesn't escalate as far as it looks like it might. It's I don't know, man. There's a little bit too.
What's going to? I mean, who in the region is going to stop him?
Yeah. It's just needs to end. Needs to end as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay, so our next story: Biden signs bipartisan gun control bill into law. And this, of course, is in reaction to the Uvalde shooting. President Joe Biden signed the most. This came out Saturday at 1. Of course, they did it on the weekend. President Joe Biden signed the most sweeping gun control bill in decades on Saturday. Biden said, while the bill doesn't have everything he wanted, it includes actions he's long called for that are going to save lives. Lives will be saved, the president said. Their message to us was to do something. Well, today we did. And what did he do? It's a bipartisan bill which will enhance background checks for buyers under 21 and provides federal funding for states to implement red flag laws.
Red flag laws.
Red flag laws, which, if you look into it, have caused the lives.
Red
flag laws, which have, in some instances, if you do the research, cost people their lives. Biden signed.
People will die.
Yeah. Some people are not going to give up.
Scare the shit out of everybody.
Some people are not going to give up their guns easily. So yeah, they did that. They did that this week. Me personally, I don't like any gun control laws, but I don't know, the background check thing.
I'm cool with background checks.
I'm cool with background checks,
no problem
too.
with
But let's do it across the board, not the 18, 21-year-olds. I mean, if you're going to raise the adult age to 21, great, but
yeah, you're right. I agree with you. If you're going to do, extending background checks or whatever, it shouldn't be an age limit on that. You're of age 18 to 118. There should be, if it's an extensive background check. And then, again, I always go back to states' rights. Whatever the state deems necessary, that's what it should be.
Yeah.
So.
Well, oh, by the way, to answer your chat, no, she is visiting the newest member of the family. We have I have to look up his name real quick. I don't know his name that well right now, but it's Amber Nicole's son was born. Her newest it's her niece's kid. So it's Trisha's, I think, first grandchild. I'm not sure. Her younger sister.
I hear a lot of names, but not the name of the child.
Yeah, that's because I don't remember the name of the kid. I'd have to look it up. I don't know. And I'm not looking it up right now. I'll have it for you next week, bro.
What's up.
Been a little busy. All right, so we got that mess. And then I saw this story. I thought you might get a kick out of this one.
I read that.
I'm not sure how to pronounce this guy's name. Is it Greitens or Greitens? I'm not sure.
Greitens.
American people are sick of rhinos. And what does he mean by rhinos? He says it's clear that rhinos have failed America. It's not just the left with their crazy ideas and attacks on the country that have put us in crisis. It's not just mainstream media. It's also rhinos because of their corruption that have created this crisis. Rhinos who stabbed President Trump in the back. Rhinos who stabbed the American people in the back. Rhinos who failed on election integrity. Rhinos who failed to pass border wall. Rhinos who supported Joe Biden's $1.2 trillion bill. And rhinos this past week who sold out America on the Second Amendment. People are sick of rhinos. And this out of Missouri's Senate candidate Eric Greitens. Greitens.
Yeah, I'm with him there. I mean, and you and I have talked about this at length. It's not just one side of the aisle or the other. I mean, you don't get this big of a government without having cahoots on the both sides. Those people in power are those career politicians, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
They're hand in hand, they're lockstep, and they're consolidating their power with each other. And this doesn't happen without, both sides being complicit.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. And he's exactly right, those rhinos. A career politician, that is not what the forefathers intended.
No.
That's just ridiculous.
No.
And they become out of touch with the regular people, the regular citizen, and you see that in the laws that they pass.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
Well, that sounds like you're forwarding the argument for term limits right there. I mean, we got a term limit on the president.
Yes. Yes. There is, to an extent, term limits, but people just keep voting these people back into office.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
So yeah, the guy is spot on. I read the article. I dug what he had to say, and he's spot on, man. I mean, there's enough blame to go around, and Mitch McDonald, whatever
Mitch
his name
McConnell,
is from Kentucky, Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi.
He's a figurehead. He's a
Chuck
punk.
Schumer. You go down the list of these guys that are up there.
There are some good people there, though.
Oh, really? They're well camouflaged.
Well, Rand Paul is a good one. If you've ever listened to him.
Really effed up Jerry curl he's got going on
Yeah,
there?
maybe a jeffed up Gary curl. Jeffed up Gary curl. Yeah, I like him. Dude, check out the guy from right here in our home state, dude. Check out John Kennedy. That guy, I like him a lot. He was calling somebody out as treasonous on the friggin' Senate floor. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, man.
Ted Cruz is another one. But you know what the problem I have with these guys, and you're naming some good ones, mm-hmm. They're going to be there forever.
Yeah.
They're going to be there forever. Yeah. And eventually they lose touch.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to serve and go back to the private sector. So there's that linkage. You understand the plight, the living, what it's like to be an American citizen. Those people don't know what it's like,
Yeah.
and eventually they just fall out of touch. And
Yeah.
here you go.
All right. Well, let's get to some more tragic news this week.
More tragic
More
than
tragic
career
than
politician.
yeah, much more tragic than a politician. On Monday, 3 were killed and at least 50 injured when an Amtrak train derailed in Missouri
Yeah.
after hitting a dump truck. Now, I didn't get a chance to read all of this.
That happened.
I'm wondering if the truck was, broken down or what. But let's see. This happened.
He may have. Who knows? I mean, that'd be me just making up a story at this point.
Right.
The tragic truth is 3 killed, 50 injured
Mm-hmm.
when an Amtrak train derails in Missouri after hitting a dump truck. And how the hell is that?
You never know, man. You never know what's going to happen these days. And then we have this other story that's equally tragic. San Antonio. I'm not sure the date on this one. Yeah, it's one of the most horrific instances.
This week, early part of this week, actually.
Incident marks one of the deadliest tragedies involving people attempting to cross the border from Mexico in recent decades. At least 46 people found dead in a Texas trailer truck that was abandoned on a remote back road in San Antonio, Texas. Wow. The truck was abandoned.
The story is becoming all too common.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It was found shortly after 6. 16 people were taken to the hospital, including 4 children, and treated for heat stroke and exhaustion. A San Antonio fire department official said that they found stacks of bodies and no sign of water in the truck.
It's all too common, that story. I mean, it's all too common. And it just keeps happening.
It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy.
These people want to come to the United States for whatever reason. I mean, if you lived here, you would think we'd be telling people not to come here. But here, day after day, people dying to get into this country.
Yeah. And
we must be doing something, that's attracting people.
Yeah. Well, it's the beacon on the hill, man.
This is a beautiful country to live in, but I mean,
but it's got its problems.
That story is all too common.
Its problems.
Yep.
And that right there is, whoever abandoned that truck and didn't let those people out needs to be freaking hung up by his testicles. Let's see. The last one we got in top of the heap is the fact that Turkey decided, okay, we'll let them in. We're cool. Yeah. We're cool with it. Accurate.
Some currency changed hands in that situation, probably. Some favors down the road, whatever.
Yeah. Says they had concerns about arms exports and terrorism from Finland and Sweden.
Well, financing things.
I guess. I don't know.
They wanted somebody to grease the wheel so they can jump on board. So I guarantee that happened. Yeah. We probably sent them like $800 million of taxpayer money.
Who knows? All right. Well, I think I've had I've had enough depression for one day. Let's get into those silly ass millionaires wearing cleats and shit. Let's get into the Jock Strap. See what's up with them fools, man. Those basketball players that miss 50% of their shots from the 3-point line. Let's talk about them fools. What you think, man? What you think? I think we could get into it. And first one, you want to talk about idiocracy? Third day. It took 3 days. Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson's disciplinary hearing has concluded, but Sue L. Robinson has requested briefs, and a final decision could take weeks. She's the judge that's overhearing this. Now, what we got here, Dan, is we have the NFL versus the Players Association here, and there's a judge seeing about it. That's what's going on. The Players Association wants 0 games. The NFL wants an indefinite suspension. Indefinite suspension would mean he wouldn't even play this year and he'd reapply next year. So they both.
Well, does it need to work itself out in the court before these guys pass down
Yes.
some kind of sentence? I mean, it seems. I mean, playing devil's advocate, the guy is still innocent.
Proven guilty, so he'll be playing until that judge rules.
But,
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And what happens once the judge rules, Dan? If he rules on the side of the Players Association and says 0 games, I say he. It's a she. Sue L. Robinson is the judge's name. And what's going to happen is if she sides with the players and says 0 games, that's it. It's 0 games. Okay? But
so if she decides 0 games, does she have she's going to wait for this thing to work itself out in the court system first,
as you
right?
saw, she's requested briefs. She wants more information before she makes her decision. They've laid out the case, both of them. And she wants some documentation to overlook before she makes her decision. But listen to me. Let me finish what I'm saying. If she rules it's 0 games, then he's not going to be suspended at all. If she says he's going to be suspended for 8 games, right? Because she can say whether it's going to be a year or not, indefinite, whatever. But if she says 8 games, then the commissioner has his choice of adding or subtracting from that amount. So if any amount of games that she says, he's probably going to wipe him out for the whole year once she says that. But it just depends on how she rules on it. That's how this works.
But her ruling
will start whatever process is going to go forward with this. Yes.
No, that's not my question. My question is, her ruling comes down after his civil and court things run their course, right?
No. Both sides have laid out their cases, okay?
You're talking about the Players Association
against the NFL on this issue.
Okay.
Because the NFL wants to.
It doesn't matter.
The NFL wants to suspend.
If he's found innocent.
Yeah.
If he's found innocent in a court of law of all charges,
then he could probably file suit against the NFL if he ends up getting suspended.
That's my problem.
So,
the idea that they could suspend him before it's run its course in the court system, court of law, not the fucking NFL or the Players Association. He's still, in this country, innocent until proven guilty, and now they're messing with his livelihood by suspending him without pay, probably, before it's even run its course in the court system.
He'll be okay, though. He's got guaranteed money from the Browns, so no matter what happens.
I understand that, dude, but it's the principle of the thing, right?
I hear you. Yeah.
What if your job fired you before you even were tried in the court system?
You're absolutely right.
That's all I'm saying on that, dude. And this is, the way that the NFL runs its business. Damn what's happening all around them. We have the shield to protect, and we're going to do our own thing, regardless of the outcome of, what's being litigated in the regular court system.
I don't know.
That's a problem.
I don't know.
That's a problem.
I don't know. I just, 24 lawsuits, 66 incidents overall.
Sure, there's a lot of smoke there, but it's still got to work itself out.
You got to figure out where the fire's coming from.
Innocent until proven guilty, right? We either are or we aren't.
All right. Do you want to touch on the NBA? Their first day of free agency was today. Yeah.
Oh, was it really?
So
is that league still happening?
Yes, that league is still happening. Even though nobody's watching it, yes, it's still happening.
Nobody's watching.
Yes, it's kind of like
Was there any blockbuster
It's kind of
moves?
like World League football. No, I'm not seeing any. We do have good news out of the world of baseball, though, bro. We've moved up a notch. We're nipping at the heels of the Yanks. And when I say nipping at the heels, 13 games behind.
That's all right. It's a long season, bro.
Yes, it is a long season. But it's almost halfway over.
It sucks.
It's almost halfway over, bro.
That's why I always say the early, mid, late season swoon. You always want to have the early season swoon, and then rock and roll the rest of the way.
Whatever.
It's
Whatever.
when they roll through this regular season and hit that late season swoon and go, "Come
Come on,
on,
man. Come on.
you were so dominant. What
What happened
happened?"
to you, damn it? Oh, making me cry.
I
It's
mean,
making me
that's a
cry.
heartbreaker, dude.
It just is. I mean,
Yeah,
Why are you gay?
I think we should just abandon, turn our backs on the NBA. Honestly,
oh, your son wouldn't
that's
be
a
down with
bad
that.
brand.
Now your son wouldn't be down with that.
He's all
He
over
was
the
bitching
Mavs.
about
He's
the
all over the
Mavericks
game.
in their free agency stuff today. He really was, man. He was bitching.
Wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he was.
Look, he could care less about the Cowpokes, the Longhorns, even the Rangers. I think he still kind of digs the Stars, but he is about those Dallas
Yes, sir.
Mavericks, dude. He's
You
about
know
them.
he is.
Oh,
He's
there
all
you go.
about them.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of my
Yes.
children, Chelsea said you and I are goobers, by the way. I talked to her today,
Goobers.
and she said I asked her, I said, "You gonna chime in and watch the show tonight?" You guys are goobers. I'm not watching.
What?
Yeah, she called us
All right,
goobers,
I'm
man.
gonna have to call that chick. Find out what's up with that shit. I mean, she must forget her youth or something.
She called us
Well,
goobers, man. We're officially old, and she
all
doesn't
I can
care
tell
what
you
we
is
think.
she's a violent person. I think I may have to.
She's
I may
highly
have to
violent,
file
dude.
charges for assault from 20 years ago here pretty soon. She keeps calling us
I'm pretty
names.
sure that's mom reincarnated right there. She's mom reincarnated.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right.
Her first response to everything is violence. And how about freaking
How about
Colorado?
how
What did
about
we
what?
say?
How about
What's the
what
saying?
is that again?
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Yeah, baby.
That's it,
Yeah,
man.
baby.
You know, they went 3-1, and we talked
Yep.
about that. And then the Lightning, they took it to 3-2, and I was like, oh well, maybe it's not over. But Avalanche were able to
Avalanche
finish them
got that
off,
one
dude.
win
So
they needed. What's up?
they did.
They sure
They
enough
did.
did,
So hey,
sir.
kudos to them. And again, to be champs, you got to
Oh,
what?
I could tell you. Hang on just a second. Let me get this right. See, you got me going back and forth. Stop it. Stop
To
it.
be the man, you gotta beat the man.
That's got to be on tap at all times.
Yeah, man, I was excited for him. I really was. I didn't want to see the Lightning win it
Yeah.
twice in a row. I didn't want to see that. I mean, the Lightning are
That would have been three
That would have
times
been
in a
three?
row. That would have been three
wow.
times in a row.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God for the Colorado Avalanche. Thank God for 'em. Thank God
Yeah.
for 'em.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
what do we got next here? Let's see. Oh yeah. To finish up the Jock Strap here, let's talk about Serena. She got bounced in the first round by Harmony Tan,
After a year hiatus.
and hang on a second. Let me show that to the folks here. Yeah, she got bounced by Harmony Tan, and it's time to hang it up. I mean, she's had a dominant run, man. How old is she now? How old is she?
I don't know. Late 30s. I think she's getting into her late 30s.
I
She's been great for a long time, but she needs to stick with the mixed doubles and maybe just doubles.
right.
She can still, do it there. But hey, eventually all the great ones
I mean,
they start
I
breaking
was telling
down.
Rhonda the other day when I heard she was going back to Wimbledon, I was like, at her age, I don't think people understand. If you don't follow tennis, look, the prime years for a tennis player are in their late teens through their late 20s.
Yeah.
Most of them don't get into their
And
30s
even late
playing with a
20s.
damn.
It's
I mean,
It used to be, I don't know what, it used
You're
to
right.
be, say, 16 to 24.
that was it.
That was the
That was
prime
it.
years
Yeah.
for tennis.
I mean,
But with the equipment that they have
Mhm.
now, hell, look at Federer. I mean, what's his Novacek, Chokacek, whatever that Czech dude is, and
Nova
you got
Flobuchik,
the yeah, you got
just
the
to
Spanish
let you
guy. I think he
know,
won the French
when I
again.
switch screens, I am not. I'm not showing it to folks until I talk about it. Okay, just letting you know. But yeah, Danny and I took tennis lessons when we were kids, and we loved playing the game. I tried to teach my wife how to play it. First day she was on the court, she stepped on a ball and twisted her ankle, so that was over with the quickness.
Nice.
But, I love the game. I still enjoy playing it. And, as long as you remember, it's like any other sport. You remember the basics, you can still do pretty decent, But you want to talk about you got to be in shape to play a game. There ain't such thing as a fat tennis player. There ain't no way.
I'm trying to think of a more taxing, individual sport than, tennis is just.
Yeah.
There's no jogging.
No,
in that
I'd
thing.
say tennis and
you're on the
soccer
move.
are the endurance sports. They really are, man. It's just.
Shit, I put hockey over soccer, man. Soccer, them guys are just jogging around half the time. I watch that hockey, but tennis for a single. I don't know if there's.
I hear you.
It takes such a physical toll on the body.
Basically,
man.
we're laying out the fact that Serena has done an amazing thing, playing as long as she has. So I mean, I don't think I've seen a man go that long. I mean, how long was Federer that old when he quit? Was he in his 40s?
He's still playing.
Federer's still playing. Well, I haven't heard a word about him. All I hear about's Nadal. That's the only guy I hear about.
Federer is still playing.
That's amazing.
I would imagine he's still in the top 20.
That's crazy. That is absolutely nuts.
There's a guy. You want to talk about longevity.
Not good enough. Not good enough. Not near good enough.
Not near good enough. Crack. But it goes back to the equipment that they use now, man. I mean, really, they generate so much speed and power with these graphite rackets.
Yeah.
You don't see the long
They're a lot bigger,
dude.
The heads of these things are a lot bigger than they used to be, too.
The sweet spots used to be like that big. Now they're almost the size of the racket.
It's nuts.
But the players are bigger too. It's just evolution, man. You know?
All right. Well, let's shift gears to the next section that we like to call the Flix. But I really need to find a different name for this, man, because we talk about all media and entertainment really in this part, but it's mostly the Flix. We dig the Flix, man. Love the Flix. And what we got first up is I always start this segment with the box office receipts for the last week, weekend. And this weekend, a movie I was really high on, and the captain of the crew, I can't remember which crew it was. If my wife was watching, she could type it in there. But I want to say, I can't remember the name of the crew he was with. But this guy is an Elvis impersonator. He bought me and Rhonda tickets and his entire family. We took up a whole row at Tinseltown to go see this on Friday on opening night. And wow.
Luke, is there anything better than Luke getting his hand whacked off?
Oh, yeah, you're watching the show. It's always delayed. Elvis, number one at the box office this weekend. I wonder. It's not saying it had a drop off. Wow, because I think it made 35 last week, but it made 31 this week, and. Make sure the dates are right on that. Was that opening weekend for it? Oh, okay. Shoot, I thought it opened last weekend. I can't remember. No, I can't. Oh, yeah, it was Friday that it opened. Kick-ass. But anyway, it was number one at the box office. Number two, Maverick. Maverick's been open since Memorial Day.
Crew of
Oceanus. That's it. Yeah. His name is Parker.
Yeah.
Real nice guy, and he's a really good singer, and he's a big Elvis fanatic. You remember Elvis had a twin that died in childbirth, right? And they mentioned him at the beginning in the movie. Jesse, I think was his name, and I leaned over to Parker. I said, "That's his twin brother, right?" Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah." I said, "Okay," but. Yeah, Dan, you need to go see this. If you and you really need to see it in the theater, man. I mean, it's amazing. It really is. It's
Definitely want to catch that in the theater.
Yep.
I don't know if we'll be able to get to it this weekend, but definitely want.
But
to
we'll
catch that
talk
in
about it
theater,
more.
Man. Big
yeah.
Elvis fan.
Oh yeah. Dan and I will never forget the day he died. That's for sure.
Oh, we were watching the Brady Bunch,
it was
right?
Star Trek. Star Trek. It was on.
Okay. Maybe we were watching Brady Bunch when they started rolling the funeral.
That could have been it. But yeah, I remember there was a star field on the screen, and it came. You remember it used to come across like a crawl on the bottom of the screen, and it said Elvis Presley found dead at the age of 42. That's what it said. Yep.
The king is
King
dead.
is gone.
Long live the king.
Yeah, Danny had a huge
The king
Elvis
is gone,
poster
baby.
under. Didn't you have a Vegas Elvis
Heck yeah.
poster? Didn't you have one?
No, I don't believe it was a Vegas Elvis. You know, he had all those different suits he'd go out on
Yeah.
tour, but the Vegas outfit was with the tassels and all. And the one that I had wasn't one of those.
Well, anyway, Top Gun Maverick been out since Memorial Day, man. Number 2. And it's become Tom Cruise's biggest blockbuster ever. First time one of his movies has shot past $1 billion.
I'm telling you, it's a great movie, man.
Rhonda says Elvis has left the building. Yes, he has left the building.
It's a throwback to a better time for movies, man. They don't push an agenda. It's just a blockbuster. It is what it is, a summer blockbuster, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of action, great flight scenes. I mean, that's definitely a movie that you want to see in the theater.
And then
Sure
Ass the World Dominion is number 3. Number 4 is The Black Phone, a horror movie with Ethan Hawke in it. I've heard a lot of good things about it too. I don't get to see as many horror movies as I used to. My wife doesn't do those, so.
Why is that? Why is that?
Why?
I hear Rhonda doesn't like.
No, she doesn't like the scary stuff.
The horror flick.
And hanging on to the bottom rung this week in its second week with a 64% drop off. That's that movie that wants to tell you that if you don't like gay folks, you're just an idiot, according to its star. Yeah, Lightyear. It's up there, you know.
Why are you gay?
So, yeah, that's where we're sitting at box office. I love seeing Disney fail. I really do. They're screwing up my favorite stuff so they can. And we got a lot more to talk about with Disney, okay? But this I want to show you right here because I've been hearing about this movie for a while now, and I'm going to have to check it out. According to the Mary Sue website, the best superhero movie of 2022 is now on Netflix. And there's a guy that I watch a lot named Chris Gore has been raving about this movie. It's been in independent film theaters for months. And it's called RRR. Now, what that means, I do not know. Yeah. The superhero movie of the year, nay decade, is here. It's currently streaming on Netflix. RRR, it stands for Rise, Roar, and Revolt. It's an Indian Telugu language epic action drama film directed by S.S. Ramalila. However you pronounce that name there. But
did you watch that trailer?
No, I didn't. Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen the movie?
I do my research. No, you sent it over. Though. You said check it out, so I looked at it.
I'm gonna have to watch it now. It's probably got subtitles and everything, but he raves about this flick. Chris Gore from Film Threat, he raves about that movie. He's trying to get everybody to watch it.
Good for him. That trailer.
Did it suck? Well,
it did.
We'll have to check it out. Check it out. Disney is interested in your children. The
No way.
Wonder why they want that, huh? The entire company pledges to embed radical sexual politics in its children's programming. And this is by an independent journalist named Christopher R. Rufo, or excuse me, F. Rufo. Says that they have a diversity program which taught employees that American. I love how they don't spell check their own stuff. America was founded on systematic racism, separated minorities into racially segregated affinity groups, and encouraged white employees to complete a white privilege checklist. Now, let's see, he's obtained exclusive video that from inside Disney that outlines its campaign to embed left-wing sexual politics into its children's programming and entertainment facilities. The House of Mouse is all about sexual preference these days, apparently, with minors, I guess. And who did they decide to have helmet for the next 3 years? Same guy that's been doing it. Bob Chapek got an extension of 3 years as the CEO. And he says he looks to prove wishes can come true with him at the helm of the ship. And this is the guy that's been letting this run rampant in the company. And they just gave him a 3-year extension too. So I've said it before.
Am I supposed to comment on that? You
can comment whatever you like. This is what I'm going to say about it.
I'm fucking disgusted.
Yeah, it is.
That.
And
I mean,
the thing I hate about it is that I have to pay for Disney for my grandchild. But if their programming goes the way they're talking about, I'm probably going to cancel it. You know what I mean? Just so she won't see that stuff. I mean,
well, just look at the Marvel universe now under Disney's direction.
Oh, yeah. We got to.
I mean, they're up front. It's not like is it coming? That's already happening.
Well, here, we'll go ahead and move this one up. Yeah, what Danny's talking about is this one right here.
Why are you gay?
That's your man right there. That's a nice
suit,
by the way.
They've
bro.
decided to confirm what my brother has swore up and down for decades upon decades. Spider-Man is officially gay, boys and girls. And he's not kind of gay. Take a good look. He's Liberace gay. What's up? Take a good look. This is Marvel Comics.
I mean, there's just...
This is Disney. Boys and girls, if you don't know, they don't just own the movie business of Marvel. They own everything that has to do with Marvel. So,
yeah, hey, DC's no different. Look at
oh yeah,
Superman.
Well, thank God that's not
gay.
Superman. That is his son. Yeah,
gay.
That's his son. But you know,
whatever lineage
it still begs
is.
the question.
Why are you gay?
I mean, what is going on?
It's stupid, Dan. It's ridiculousness. It's ridiculousness, and they keep it coming. I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, there's no end to it. I mean, every iconic superhero that you and I grew up with, now we sound like a bunch of old guys, right? They have changed their culture. They've changed their sexual preference. That didn't even used to be a thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're gonna love this next story then, Dan, because they got a new movie coming out Friday. I don't know if you heard. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, I saw the trailers for that, dude. That's just okay.
If they're not turning them gay, then they're flipping genders on them, right? Yeah. I love this picture here. How they got Thor naked and George Clooney with the bat nips.
Yeah, they're comparing it. They say it's just as bad as that Clooney freaking version of
this is
Batman
coming from
and Robin,
a reviewer for Hollywood and Totem, Chris Toto, he says, I saw Thor Love and Thunder, full review next week. Can share it's way more Batman and Robin than superhero film should be. Tonal disaster. Yeah, that's kind of like what I thought. I asked Rhonda last night when I saw this story, when I was going through it, and I said, do you want to see this movie? Because I knew I had to take her to go see Doctor Strange. And it's because she digs anything that has to do with magic, so I knew I had to take her to go see that. And she, thank God, said, no, I don't have to take her to see this. So I won't be going to see this one. If you want to go see it for review purposes, go ahead. But this one's not getting $1 of my money. Because I like Thor. You and I have talked about this. I didn't like the last one. I didn't like Ragnarok. That was a joke. That whole movie was a joke. It just...
I like the first Thor.
The first Thor was a great movie. It really was.
That's about it. You know, But yeah, they're just tearing these iconic heroes down and replacing them. And well, if I go see that one, it'll be because Kim wants to go see, you know, a movie night is cool. If I have to sit through that crap, I guess I will do it. But I'm not going to go by myself and see that crap. I'm not going to do it. You know?
Well, if you want to see a good movie, folks. If you want to see a good movie, check this out. Check this out, boys and girls. Check this out. We got to read this week what Elvis Presley's daughter, Lisa Marie, really thinks of the Elvis movie. And what she had to say really, I mean, it shows on the screen if you ask me. She speaks in here about losing a child and some other things, but she says, however, she's having a rough time right now. But she said, however, that being said, I do want to take a moment to let you know that I have seen Baz Luhrmann's movie Elvis twice now, and let me tell you that it is nothing short of spectacular, absolutely exquisite. Austin Butler channeled and embodied my father's heart and soul beautifully. In my humble opinion, his performance is unprecedented and finally done accurately and respectfully. So yeah, it's kind of my thoughts too. I thought they did a great job with it. You know, with today's Hollywood, what I was fearing when I walked into it, Dan, that they were going to show him.
What, that Elvis was secretly gay?
That they were going to show him in the bathroom keeling over. You know what I mean? That's what I was afraid of. Yeah, and I was so afraid of that. I really was. But they didn't.
Please don't.
They showed respect. They showed respect to him. They showed. What I really loved about it, and what Dad's going to love about this movie, is how he did come up in the black music scene. He loved it. He hung around with those folks.
Oh yeah,
he lived to be with those folks. He enjoyed the music, and dude, that's what.
A lot of his big hits were covers.
Yeah, they were just covers of R&B
you know?
stuff. Yeah, no doubt. And they show all of that. They showed the bar he hung out at in Tupelo. I mean, in Mississippi. Yeah, it was very cool, dude. You really need to go see it. It's fantastic. And this kid right here.
I really want to go see it in the theater.
It is good.
So we'll see.
This kid right here, Austin Butler, she's right. If he doesn't get the Academy Award for Best Actor, it's a frickin' crime because he.
Whoa. What about Maverick, bro?
No. That you could give that. You could give that Best Picture, I guess, but not Best Actor.
Best Director. Best
no,
Picture.
no Best Actor.
Trifecta for the Mac.
No. Tom Cruise is cool and all, but
why?
It's just amazing to me how this guy channeled Elvis, because the only thing I'd seen him in up to this point was this movie right here, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Tarantino's last movie. That was the only one I'd ever seen him in. Have you seen that one, Dan?
That's a negative. I boycott all Quentin Tarantino.
Really? Why?
I don't get down with the guy. The guy's
he is a freak show, but he makes some good stuff. He does. But anyway, this guy was in it, and he played a smaller character in it. But wow, he's amazing as Elvis, man. He is amazing as Elvis. And I'll tell you what was cool to me watching it live, Dan, or excuse me, watching the movie. The thing that I loved about it was I never really understood. You know, he always had those kung fu moves, and he'd be shaking his hands in the Vegas show. You know, when he'd do that, he was actually conducting the fucking orchestra when he was doing that shit.
He's badass. He's a king.
I mean, wow. And they show that. They showed how he came up with the show and how he was actually, that wasn't all just him doing crazy shit. He was actually conducting the orchestra as he was going. It's just really cool, man. Really cool shit. Let's see. What else do we have under the Flix today? Oh, yeah. This little piece of, this little headline right here. Yeah. Barbara Broccoli says next James Bond film in 2 years, or is 2 years away from production, and we're reinventing him.
Reinventing him.
I'm pretty sure they reinvented him when they brought Craig in. Didn't they reboot the whole thing when they brought Craig in? I mean,
well, they rebooted, but I mean, they still went with the only thing difference between Craig and the rest of them was he was a blonde-headed guy.
Well, I mean, they showed his first mission and all that stuff.
Englishman.
You know, it was kind of a reboot when he joined them, man.
They're telling you a reboot, but they're telling you they're going to reinvent him this
Which
time.
it should frighten you. It should frighten you. If you're a Bond fan, and I'm a huge Bond fan, this scares me. This scares me big time. I mean, there was rumor that they were going to, at some point, they were going to make James Bond just a moniker. In other words, a code name for the spy himself. And they just have different people playing him all the time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
he's no longer going to be the lady killer.
Oh, come on,
007.
man.
Come
on,
dude.
Bro.
You watch. Reinventing. They're telling you right there.
Look, Broccoli family. I only got one question for you.
Why are you gay?
Tell you what, and I always butcher his name. He plays Luther in the BBC show Elders. I can't even remember his name. He's a black guy. He's an Englishman. He would be a good Bond.
Idris Elba? Is he English? I thought he was Spanish, man.
He's English, dude.
All right. Cool. I thought he was Spanish. But yeah, I love Idris Elba, and I agree with you. I'd love to see him play James Bond, but as long as he's the sexist, misogynist Bond, because that's what he is.
That's who Bond is. But you know what? Superman's gay now. Spider-Man's gay now.
And look.
Why are you gay?
I mean, really, bro. Really, bro. Come on, man.
Thor's about to be a
All
lady.
All right. Well, boys and girls, on that note, now that I'm afraid to watch a James Bond movie, I mean, Broccoli family, if you're going to mess it up, just do this for me, will you? For sure. I mean, if you're going to jack it up, just let somebody else do it.
They're letting you know right there. We're
reinventing him.
So get
all right, boys and girls, it comes to that time in the show where we got to look at some earthquakes, boys and girls. Them things that just shift and shake and drive people nuts and just, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? All right, we got this story that was snuck in under the January 6th radar this week. I mean, you know, they bury all these stories. Ghislaine Maxwell sentenced to 20 years in prison in Jeffrey Epstein's sex abuse case. But what's great about this story is she supplied she sex trafficked to nobody apparently. We're never going to find out who she was supplying these people to.
Straight up pimp.
Straight up pimp. Pimpin' filmmaker.
Jeffrey Epstein.
What, bro?
He's still alive, right?
Yeah, that was all a front to get him out. Get him out. He's down there with Hitler in Argentina. Don't you know? Yeah,
Still
bro.
alive, right? He certainly didn't
No,
kill
he didn't kill
himself.
himself. No, that's for sure.
20 years, right?
She got 20 years.
That's the going
yes,
rate.
sir. She got 20 years. Yes, she did. Which, hey, man.
Too bad.
Let's see.
I thought she'd be going for longer than that. She cut deals for real. She won't serve 20.
Hang on one second. Here's another sentence laid down this week. R. Kelly sentenced to 30 years in prison for federal racketeering and sex trafficking charges.
I believe I could touch a guy. I think about it every night.
He looks good in orange, doesn't he? Looks good in orange.
They're going to lock me up.
Away the key. And we just have to ask.
Why are you gay?
Exactly. That's just another story of a star that people around him just enabled him to do these freaky things. I know, and he's citing some things in his past that makes him, be disposed to have a disposition for that kind of, thing with the young girls or whatever, because of the things that he grew up with. But somebody around him should have said, "Hey, whoa, that's not right. You can't do that." But they didn't do that. They enabled him. It's just like Elvis, with the drugs that he was taking. They were enabling him. Michael Jackson, they were enabling him. As long as that money machine is going, they just fed these monsters what they need to keep that thing going. And then as soon as it all went off the tracks, they're jumping ship, like rats leaving the sinking ship, man. And he's out there by himself, and now he's going to jail.
Yeah, led down the primrose path, man. Yes. I just,
You're killing me. You should have typed that. You should have brought that.
You're killing me. I should have snipped that out. You're killing me. You're killing me. The whole lot of you. You're killing me. But we can throw the towel in on that guy for sure, no doubt. So let's see. The last one I have under earthquakes is this story. New Yorkers celebrate victory for citizens' rights after court blocks foreign nationals from voting in New York City. Wow.
There you go.
Wow. That's amazing. This happened in New York?
There you go. That's strange, right?
A New York court did this?
Coming out of New York City.
What?
Winds might be changing.
Yeah, New York officials are celebrating after the state's Supreme Court, not the federal Supreme Court, the state's Supreme Court struck down a Democrat-passed law that gave municipal voting rights to foreign nationals living in New York City. So citizens will be voting, not foreigners.
Oh, that's
crazy,
right?
Radical idea, isn't it? Wow, man. That's, every once in a while I see a story in the news. It gives me hope. That one does. Especially in a friggin'
times they are changing.
Especially in a blue state like that one, man. My gosh, dude.
Yeah,
wow.
No doubt. No doubt. To see a ruling like that coming out of NYC, that is amazing.
All right. Well, guess what, boys and girls?
That's amazing.
We've come to that part of the show where we decide to give our last thoughts and turn out the lights. The party's over. Yes, sir. And today we're going to start off our Turn Out the Lights segment with Daniel's weekly Simple Jack Award. Simple Jack, he's out there trying to get things done. He's trying to do good things. But, he is mentally challenged. And today, we have a special edition of the Simple Jack Award? It's the POTUS edition of the Simple Jack Award. Yes, the POTUS edition of the Simple Jack Award. As we found out, when did we find this out, Dan? When is this from? It's from yesterday. We found out yesterday
or the day before
that huge integrity test calls for action as Biden's voicemail reveals he knew Hunter China deals. You gotta love how they they don't even friggin' check their grammar on this stuff. It makes me sound like a retard friggin' reading it.
Why are you gay?
I mean, come on.
Huge
Spell check
integrity
your
test
shit.
calls for action as Biden voicemail reveals
Of
he
Hunter
knew
China
of Hunter
deals.
China deal.
Whatever. Okay, so.
But he said the whole time he didn't know about it. And he had his press secretary up there saying he doesn't have anything to do with Joe or Hunter Biden's business deals.
Well,
he had everybody he could throw up in front of the microphone say he didn't know anything about it.
But let's hear it from the horse's mouth, shall we?
The horse's patoot.
Hey, pal, it's Dad. It's 8:15 on Wednesday night. If you get a chance, give me a call. Nothing urgent. Just want to talk to you. I thought the article, at least the thing online, it's going to be printed tomorrow in the Times, was good. I think it's clear. And anyway, if you get a chance, give me a call. I love
you. Yikes.
Clear of what, Dad? I thought you didn't know anything about it, Dad.
What in the
Look, this is it. I mean, okay, so there you go. You want to see the face of a career politician?
Yeah,
Joe Biden.
No kidding.
And these guys think that nobody's going to know about the things that they do. I mean, you can't hide anything in the world today. And he's up there all the time saying, I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, it's...
What is he going to say about this? Well, it's not me, or it's taken out of context, or how this spin it somewhere.
He's going to say, you know what we haven't brought up yet? Have you seen his little card that he has? Have you seen this story? I'm gonna have to bring that out next week for you. That he was accidentally holding it backwards, and somebody zoomed in on it. It has instructions for him in front of the camera on what to say and when to say it. He's a meat puppet, Dan.
I am not surprised. Oh, look, dude. How old is he?
Yeah, 70s. Yeah,
I mean, come on.
He's up there.
He's late 70s. Late 70s. He's up there.
I mean, I've said since the beginning of the Ukrainian thing that it does not shock me that something happened there, because the corruption's he's been involved in corruption there for a while, a long time,
for a long time.
Yep. And how did somebody get his voicemail? Hunter's a retard, dude.
Look,
his son is stupid. He really is.
There are these, what do they call them, super PACs or whatever you want to call them. They have tech savvy. That's all these people do, is surveil and fish and look for things to throw up. And you can't sit there and take a position and be righteous about your position. And this shit is all out there. And he's lining up behind a crackhead. Dad is lining up behind a crackhead. And he's reaping the rewards of that shit. And, you know, it's to a certain degree, he's in those business dealings, too. He knows what's going on.
You can't tell me he's not getting something on the side from this stuff.
Side, front, back, up, down, whatever.
Come on, bro.
He's a career politician, and he's a freaking stupid idiot. I mean, they found him out. He's been lying the whole time. That's all I have to say.
Never go full retard.
And he went full retard, baby. He did.
You going full retard when you line up behind a crackhead. There you go. You can put all the suits you want on him. He's still crackhead.
Gotcha.
He is, man. Never go full retard.
Well, I'm doing my final word on Geek'd coming up here in Shreveport, 19th through the 21st. Me and the lovely wife are going to be out there. She's going to have a booth for the crew of Barkus and Meow out there because their whole theme is Geek'd this year. We've got this kid, Matthew Lillard, going to be one of the headliners, and his fellow Scream cast mate, Skeet Ulrich. They're going to be there. There's a whole lot of folks coming. Natasha Henrich from the, what is that called, Species movie? If you remember that one, the one where she came here to mate and make a bunch of new aliens or something. Yeah, that's an old movie.
What was that? Like the early '90s or something like that.
Yeah, she's gonna be here. There's a couple of AEW wrestlers. You probably know who Clint Howard is. He's is he Ron's brother? I think he's Ron's brother. But
yes, he is.
Yeah, he's been in stuff forever. Wasn't he in one of the original Star Trek episodes? Isn't that what this picture's from?
Yeah. Little baby right there.
He's been around forever. And, of course, they got a whole lineup. Jerry from The Walking Dead, if you're a Walking Dead fan, the guy that guarded the king, Jerry's going to be there. I can't wait. Of course, my wife's going to add her to his, him to her little shrine to The Walking Dead here. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have a good time. Another Walking Dead personality, Poliana McIntosh, is going to be there. Dog the Bounty Hunter. They got to get.
Look, are they're all going to be here on the same day?
Yeah, they're all. Well, I don't know. I don't know about the days. I'd have to read into it a little more. But they're all going to be here that weekend at some point.
I remember it was a couple years. I don't know how many years ago it was, but the Dallas Comic-Con, they had several of the Walking Dead cast members, and they all had them on the same day. What a nightmare that was!
Yeah, I went with you. It was when they had when they had Daryl and Negan there. Yeah. We went.
Yeah.
I didn't get in those lines. My wife did. She spent half the afternoon in that line, just for a couple of seconds to talk to her boy Daryl. Yeah. You got Maximilian Hernandez, who's from. Well, he died in The Winter Soldier, but he was in a few of the Marvel movies as a Hydra member. Of course, you got a bunch of voice actors and stuff. The guys I'm looking forward to really are down here at the bottom, though. This guy drew Kiss comic books for Marvel. Yeah. But they got a couple of wrestlers I want to see. Dustin Rhodes, named after his daddy, the American Dream. He was known as Gold Dust in WWE. Dustin Rhodes is going to be there. Darby Allin, who is a really cool up-and-comer in AEW wrestling. Ron is a huge fan of that guy. He runs with Sting. Sting's 50-year-old ass is back in wrestling because of this dude. Yeah.
50's the new 50.
Yeah, it is. And then this guy Danhausen, I'm not a big fan of him, but Darby Allin and Dustin Rhodes, I'm looking forward to meeting them. So that's the guys I'm looking forward to seeing. And that's going to be August 19th through the 21st. Plus, I'm going to have some promotional posters for the Privateer out there.
That's what's up, bro.
I got all that work done already. I'm working on that. So, let me plug my other stuff before we get out of here.
Get some plugging.
Of course, you're watching Joe's Atmosphere on Twitch, and we have several programs for you to check out every week. Of course, yesterday I did my wrestling show, Ladies' Nights on to warm up for AEW Dynamite every Wednesday at 6 Central, 7 Eastern. I play for about an hour before Dynamite goes on the air. And, of course, Saturday it will be my next stream. It's the comic book continues, Joe's Atmosphere Art Live. It's just me working on my comic book, bringing the Privateer to life finally after decades of writing him. So we'll see how that goes. Hoping it takes off. And then, of course, if you're up way too late like I am on Mondays and Tuesday mornings, starting at the Witching Hour till 3 Central and 1 to 4 Eastern, You'll get plenty of video games, cocktails, and fails out of Papa Joe Gamer. Up way too late trying to keep my body clock right on my days off, so I can, because I work from 10 to 6 in the morning. That's a lot of fun. We just wrapped up Beyond Two Souls. We're starting. I started Injustice. That's the one I'm going to play every night now. Plus, I do a couple more hours of whatever games you guys want to see. You just let me know. And then, of course, you have this foray into the clown show that is 2022 on a weekly basis with my brother Hylunder on the guitar. Did you want to show your guitar this week, man? Hang on.
The gold top.
You got the gold top going on this week. Show them again.
Got the gold top. The vintage gold
Check it
top.
out, man.
It's a beauty. This is the Rock Machine with the P90.
Check it
yes,
out.
Sir.
But yeah, we do this every Thursday.
Love that picture.
Well, oh, yeah. See, you're watching it on Twitch. You're seeing it a couple seconds late. Yeah, that's the whole point of that show. I have cocktails and I fail at video games. That's what it is, dude.
You fail and cuss like.
Oh yeah, dude.
Sailors would be embarrassed by you.
Yeah, sailors would be embarrassed by me. Yeah.
When my brother loses his shiza, he loses his shiza.
Hey,
to
man,
the
that's
level.
because you know what?
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
But you know what? We do this every Thursday, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. We go on for about an hour or so. We're running a little late today, but we don't care. We run as long as we want to get our words in for the week. Yeah, you guys come check us out every Thursday, and we put it up on Sunday afternoons on YouTube. We may be moving to YouTube. I'm gonna run some tests this weekend, and if that happens, I'll let everybody know. But or maybe we'll simulcast it on both channels. That might be the way to go right there. But yeah, it might be. So anyway, for this week, I'm just gonna tell you, hey, you guys be safe out there and keep on keeping on.
Yes, God bless everyone.